אני חושבת, אני לא יודעת שהסיפורים לא כל כך קשה כמו הספרים.
היי, שלום,
אותו דבר.
כן, יש ספרים וסיפורים. ספרים זה מתקדמים, it's advanced. למתחילים, זה לא מתחילים. רמת הביניים, intermediate, זה סיפורים. למה? כי אנחנו קוראים לאט לאט. עמוד בשבוע, זה ההבדל. ספרים קוראים 20 עמודים בשבוע. Books we read like 20 pages a week as student. אבל סיפורים קצרים, עמוד בשבוע, 1 page a week. אז אם את ברמת הביניים, so if you're intermediate, you have more time to learn, to process. That's my solution to the lack of intermediate materials. That's actually what's happening. Yeah. אז שלום לכולם.
אבל הקורס, את הסיפור כבר מתחילה.
Say it again?
הקורס כבר מתחילה?
עם הסיפורים.
איזה קורס? הם רצים כל הזמן. אני פותחת הרשמה, I'm opening registration, כשאנחנו מתחילים לקרוא ספר חדש או סיפור חדש. When you start reading a book or a new story, I open registration, וזה בדיוק מה שאני אגיד היום ב-Hebrew Hub Digest. This is what I was about to say. This week will be registration week for the advanced book club, which means we will start reading a new novel. And this is a time which you'd rather not miss, because then the registration will be closed for months. Depends on the book we choose. While we read a big book, like, it doesn't make sense to join in the middle of a book, and book takes months. And this is this week, the registration for advanced. Now, next week it happens. It's random. They are not always one after another. It depends when we finish. Next week we will open registration for the intermediate.
Okay. And where can I, איפה? זה ב-homepage?
רשומה לאימיילים. Are you getting my how to say in Hebrew newsletter?
כן.
אז את מקבלת את
הדברים.
את הכל. אז אני אשלח אימייל.
Okay, טוב.
That's why it's important for me that you receive the newsletter, first because these are good tips, and second because if there are registrations you will know everything about, and I won't have to לספר את התורה כולה על רגל אחת. I don't need to tell you like everything about all the courses.
כן, טוב, בסדר.
Now 1 minute and you get all information. Okay. אם מישהו פה פעם ראשונה, if someone is here for the first time.
זה אני.
אבל את יודעת את הכל. You kind of, you blended in as if you've been here always, which is amazing.
הייתי שיעור עם ציב, אבל אני חושבת שזה יותר מדי, זה קצת יותר קשה בשבילי.
אוקיי, פה יש לנו את כל הרמות, אז את תוכלי לבחור. כי ברביעי וחמישי יש לנו מורה אחד, אז מה שיש, אוקיי? אבל ביום שני, היום, יש אותי, יש את נסטיה, הנה נסטיה, ויש את זיו, שנסטיה זיו כן הגיע, את שמה לב, כן? את ראית בוואטסאפ? כן. אז, ותודה לך זיו, אתה לא מהמבריזים בטוח.
אני לא יכול להפסיד פשוט. לא יכול, זה בדם.
אתה מכור, כי האנשים פה
לגמרי.
כל כך מקסימים. People, you are so sweet that Ziv thought of canceling. He was very busy today. He still came. He just can't quit. I see him. תודה רבה. אז אנחנו 3. ועוד פעם, מה שאני תמיד עושה, להגיד תודה, כרגיל, להגיד תודה לכל התומכים שלנו בפטריון, וזה, here was the announcement. Okay, as here are all those who support us on Patreon. I'll say thank you again. As always, Alisa, Yona, Tara, Frank, Gail, Linda, Vanessa, Rosemary, Larry, Michael, Cheryl, Sarah, Natalie, Valerie, Diana, Orlando, Lisa, John, Odili, Doris, Anna, Sean, Ronit, Derkit, David, Shira, Julieta, Karina, Kara, One-Timers, Brett, Barry, Sandor, and Sarah G. תודה רבה לכם. לכן, בשמי ובשם זיו ונסטיה, who are, thanks to you, they are being paid, which is amazing. Right now, I thought I should mention, right now we have 200, so which means I have a leftover. And in the meanwhile, while I thought I will bring another teacher, but I don't have another teacher right now, so I'm using the leftover money. I'm just letting you all know, for running a Facebook ad for this event, so that like more people will learn that it's happening. I'll do it for several weeks, and then I'll see how it goes. I hope the money is not wasted and people are finding us. But it takes time to see if it's working or not. That's just a report. The meeting is recorded and posted publicly, you know that. And the teachers are giving private lessons. You can contact them as well, always on privately. And this is, I already happened to say that was a good question, good timely question. And look out for my email tomorrow or the day after tomorrow. I'll send some announcement that people are welcome to join the Advanced Book Club this week. הנה הקבוצות. Now let us wait, I'll open the chat and I'll share the screen again. The announcements are behind us, and we can join our groups. How do we join the groups? For the new people among us, you hopefully you have received the email. Yes, have you been at this page? Have you subscribed? I hope you have been subscribed here. And 1 hour before the meeting, you receive an email with all the links, including the link to this document, which is very recommended to keep opened before we meet, so you have it. If you don't, I'm sending everything in the chat. That's the main document. Why is it the main document? Because it has, this is the link, open it, keep it opened during the event. It has the links to our meeting rooms. One is this main room, this is where you are, and 2 other rooms where Nastya and Ziv will be with their groups.
You just need to change the intermediate and advanced.
כן, אני כתבתי שאני עם הביניים, כן. אבל אני יכולה להיות עם כולם. אין לי.
אם את מוכנה, פשוט פעם שעברה זיו היה עם מתקדמים, נכון?
לא יודעת, אני לא זוכרת.
באמת?
כן, את חיית אולי. את חיית עם המתקדמים.
כן.
כן.
רגע, הנה הצ'אט הסודי שלנו. רגע,
אני יכולה להיות עם מתקדמים, אין בעיה.
רגע, פשוט לא רוצה לשבור את הרצף. אז פעם שעברה אמרנו, זיו עם ביניים. That's what I had last time. זה באמת, זה אותו דבר. זה פשוט אותו דבר, זה לא משנה.
כן, פחות או יותר, כן.
כן. אז שאני אשנה, אני יכולה לשנות.
לא משנה לי, מה שאת רוצה.
לא משנה. אז נסטיה, זיו, אדוונס, את ביניים.
בסדר, כן.
מה שבא לך.
אין בעיה, כן. בא לי להיות עם מישהו, לא לבד.
אוקיי, בסדר. אז בסדר, אז ככה, אז שישאר. אנחנו, so we say Ziv, so here's Ziv's group with whoever it is. Let's say Ziv is intermediate.
Okay.
Which is, maybe it doesn't really matter. Here is Ziv, and here is his room, and the password is always Hebrew. And here is Nastya with the advanced, presumably, which is basically not a big difference. And we go here. And the beginners stay here with me. Okay, all the links in the chat now, all the links in the document, which you all have opened, just in case. Yeah, if you have to leave and come back, you have it. טוב, מוכנים?
בטח.
אחת, שתיים, שלוש, we give a
שיעור
minute
נעים.
to the teachers, בהצלחה.
תודה, בהצלחה.
Give a minute to the teachers until you see the teacher disappears from the screen. Wait like 20 seconds. Give them the time to enter their room. Because otherwise you won't be able. Oh, מיכאל, אתה חדש? מייקל?
כן, אני חדש. Yeah.
Ooh, and you didn't hear the explanation. Do you know how it works here? Are you a beginner or you are more intermediate advanced?
I would say beginner.
Okay, then everything is fine. You just stay here. That's it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Cool. Because we were splitting into rooms and I was explaining how it works. But if you're a beginner and I happen to be in the room for beginners, then just stay with us.
בסדר.
יופי. טוב. אוקיי, פנים מוכרות, familiar faces, היום, על מה אני הולכת לדבר היום? What am I going to talk about? על מה אני הולכת לדבר היום? מה אתם חושבים?
יום אהבה?
יום אהבה היום. אין ברירה. יש לנו מזל שאנחנו נפגשים, אנחנו נפגשים ביום האהבה. We meet בפברואר 14. זה אפילו לא קרוב, זה אפילו לא היה אתמול. זה לא שזה יהיה מחר. לא אתמול, לא מחר. Not yesterday or tomorrow. היום בדיוק יום אהבה, אז אין לי ברירה. What does it say? אין לי ברירה. What does it mean?
It's not clear to me.
I have no choice.
ברור is clear. You've heard the letters correctly, but ברירה is...
Choice. Yeah, I have no choice.
Yes. But interesting how it's connected to ברור. I must think about it. It's an interesting... but let me add a new slide, and I write this אין ברירה because there's, I think I mentioned it before. The expression no choice is אין, I can say לי, or I cannot say, I can leave it, אין ברירה. There's no other way. I have to. אין ברירה. That's how we say it. Now, there is another word for choice. Do you know? Choice. To choose. How do we say to choose?
לבחור?
Excellent. לבחור. And choice, לבחור, בוחר, בוחרת. And choice, the choice is...
בוחרה?
בחירה. לבחור, the noun is בחירה. Usually this type of verb, לבחור, like the pa'al, the normal pa'al verb, that's how the nouns are formed. Just real quick, I'll show you. לשמור, for example, what would be the noun?
שמורה.
לבחור, בחירה. לשמור.
שמירה.
שמירה, בדיוק. You see, it's the same music. לבדוק. What does it mean, לבדוק? To check. How is it check up? What's the noun? לבחור, בחירה. לשמור, שמירה. לבדוק.
בדיקה.
Do you see how it works so nicely, so neatly? So I was talking about the word בחירה actually. And I was just, it's not what I was about to talk. I'm carried away about this thing I said, אין ברירה. We have no choice but to talk about Valentine's Day. And we were saying that the expression is אין ברירה. Whereas we have the word בחירה as the choice. So what's happening here? What's happening is that normally, if you want to say, the choice between black and white, this dress and this dress, you will use this word. The general takeaway is, once we have an expression, there may be rare words used inside, and normally, if you pluck a word out of expression, it may be weird. Brera would be some kind of, used alone would be some kind of agricultural choosing of good and wrong crops or something. That would be brera, as far as I can say. But in the expression no choice, I have no choice, you say אין לי ברירה. Don't say this. It wouldn't be correct. But don't say it on its own. It wouldn't be correct most probably. So can you give me an example of I have no choice but to do something? Just for example, אין לי ברירה, אני חייבת
לעשות משהו.
לעשות משהו, אקסיומט, אני חייבת לעשות, אין לי ברירה, אני חייבת לשטוף כלים. I have to.
What does it mean? אין לי ברירה. I have no choice. Or...
Okay, I have no choice. Exactly.
But you said it's wrong.
It's correct. I have no choice. Just don't take this word out. Use it as an expression. Use them together. I have no choice. אין לי ברירה. But on its own, there's the word בחירה, and that's the correct one. On its own. As an expression, this is the correct one. אין לי ברירה. אוקיי, אין לי ברירה. אני חייבת לדבר על 14 בפברואר. אני חייבת לדבר על אהבה. ויש לי שני דברים. קודם כל, יש לי שיר. בעצם, יש לי שיר, ואחר כך יהיה לי קומיקס. ואחר כך, אם יש זמן, יש לי את הסוף של השיר, אוקיי? אז אנחנו נתחיל לקרוא את השיר. מישהו רוצה להתחיל לקרוא? Can I raise your voice? I don't... Now I see most of you. כן, מישהו רוצה לקרוא?
כן, אני מנסה.
תנסי, כן. זה גדול מספיק? מספיק גדול?
קצת יותר, בבקשה.
אין בעיה. רגע. 18.
כן, זה... טוב. חג? חג?
בחג. When there's this schwa when it's under the first letter, it's most probably be. בחג.
בחג האהבה הזה, תאהבי קצת יותר את מי שאת אוהבת, את מי שאת פוגשת, וגם
let's pause here. בחג האהבה, תודה רבה, נהדר. בחג האהבה הזה, and that's...
להתקרדם? shall I translate?
יפ, לתרגם, כן.
זה לא קל. אני גרמנית ואני צריכה חושבת בשפות בשני...
זה סלט בראש, זה סלט, אני מבינה. זה קשה, אבל תנסי. אם את רוצה בגרמנית, את יכולה גם בגרמנית, זה בסדר.
אני יכולה להגיד בגרמנית?
כן, יאללה, קדימה.
An diesem Fest, an diesem Valentinsfest oder Liebesfest wie diesem, זה עתיד,
זה עתיד, בדיוק.
קצת יותר. Lieb, sollst du jemand mehr lieben? Sollst du ein bisschen mehr lieben?
Sollst, זה עתיד, sollst, wird.
Wirst du mehr lieben?
Yeah, יפה. So, yeah, we did it together, yeah. So, בחג האהבה הזה, at this love holiday, תאהבי קצת יותר, you will love a little bit more. And can you tell me, is it addressed to a boy or to a girl, תאהבי?
To a girl.
To a girl, יפה. מעניין ש... אוקיי,
Sorry, es war super. Jetzt endlich verstehe ich, was da gesagt wird.
מי מגרמנית? מי זה?
כן, אני מגרמניה.
לודמילה.
מדיסלדורף.
לודמילה?
כן.
טוב, הלו.
היי.
החלום שלי שיום אחד אנשים שיום אחד יהיה כל כך הרבה אנשים שלומדים עברית. One day we will have so many people learning Hebrew שאנחנו יכולים לעשות קבוצה של דוברי גרמנית, קבוצה של דוברי צרפתית, קבוצה של דוברי...
רעיון טוב.
זה העתיד של our practice project. Yes, we will have not only division by levels, we will also have division by languages. Dozens of people in each group. אבל לא, עוד לא, not yet, לא היום. איפה היינו? What's the question? איפה היינו?
Where are we? Where were we?
In the past. Where were we? איפה היינו? We're בחג האהבה הזה. I wanted to ask you, just making sure that you are very friends with this expression. Who can say someone's silent so far at or in this school, for example? School, בית ספר. At this school, how do you say that?
בבית הספר.
At this school. Frank, you wanted to say.
בבית הספר הזה?
מצוין, בבית הספר הזה. It's not very natural, this הזה at the end. Especially for English speakers, not natural at all. Okay, a bit more difficult. In this homework, we see something. In this homework. Homework is... Who can give me homework?
שיעורי בית.
שיעורי בית, כן, שיעורי בית, יפה. מיכאל, maybe you want to say it?
שיעורי בית.
יפה, שיעורי בית. It's a סמיכות of שיעורים של בית, but no one says it this way. We say שיעורי בית. Now, someone else, I don't know, maybe Gail, do you want to continue and say, in this homework, we see blah, blah, blah.
בשיעורי בית.
בשיעורי
הבית.
הזה.
Now, but שיעורי בית is שיעורים של בית, so I'd rather say בשיעורי בית אלה. Yeah, okay, I confused you completely now. בשיעורי הבית האלה. But this is the construct. What? Okay, let's leave it here. I need more smichut. I can't think of more smichut now. Okay. בחג האהבה הזה, תאהבי קצת יותר את מי שאת אוהבת ואת מי שאת פוגשת. Who can give me an explanation of this et?
Whom you love.
Yeah, יפה מאוד. Whom you love. So you love, it refers to love, תאהבי, and love whom. את מי שאת פוגשת. You love whom you meet. את מי שאת אוהבת. תאהבי קצת. You love the one you love already. You love it more. And you will love the one you meet. קצת יותר, more. Yeah. This is את מי שאת אוהבת, מי שאת פוגשת. וגם, who wants to continue? Lucy, do you want to keep going?
אוקיי. וגם אותך תאהבי יותר מתמיד, שזה אומר להתמיד.
יופי, מצוין. תנסי לתרגם? Try to translate.
אני מנסה. And also love yourself more than before, שזה אומר להתמיד.
Yeah, it's tricky. זה אומר. Maybe you know the expression, the question.
Oh, it's said? Or...
There's the question, מה זאת אומרת? Do you know this expression?
I don't know how to say it in English.
That is to say. That is to say.
That is to say. That is to say. Or
להתמיד forever.
Here, close. It's like, yeah. That is to say is a good one. Also, we can make it simpler and say it means, because when you ask a question, מה זאת אומרת? That's what you actually want to say. You want to ask, what does it mean? And when in English you are searching for the right word to ask, what does it mean? What do you mean? That's how you say מה זה אומר, or very often, for no reason, we use feminine. מה זאת אומרת? It's just grammatical. We do not refer to no feminine object. We just say it this way. מה זאת אומרת? Which...
that is to say.
Which is literally what does it say, and more generally, what does it mean? Because there is no other way to say what's the meaning of this. Instead, we say, what does this say? This may be she, maybe he. Someone has a phone ringing. I encourage you to mute. Yeah.
Hello?
And maybe I can mute. I think I know. Let me check. Yes. Spotted. Okay. Phone caller spotted. Oh, so, שזה אומר, that means להתמיד. Now, you're right, it has תמיד inside. But תמיד means, yes, and תמיד means always.
Always.
But here, look at it. Is it an adjective? Which part of speech this is? להתמיד.
Forever? Like
what part of speech is it? Is it a noun? Is it an adjective? Is it a verb? What do we see here?
A verb.
A verb, right? So we have a verb, and we clearly see that the root is tamid. Always. So what could it mean? Guesses. Lehatmid. Always, the word always as a verb.
To keep something existing.
Yes. Yeah, like yes, absolutely. Yeah, lehatmid. To English speakers, help me with that. No, like to be consistent, to stick to what you're doing. Creative English speakers, help me.
Keep it
forever.
Yeah, stick to it. Yeah, stick to it. So lehatmid, stick to it. Let me write it. Stick to it. Like keep doing something. Yeah. Here's an interesting one. Yeah, it's so good when there is a word which is different. Like it doesn't exist in other language. In German, can you think of something like that? Lehatmid.
In English, maybe to persist.
Persist is good. Mm-hmm. Yeah, when you German speakers think of something, tell me. I'm curious.
Dranbleiben, vielleicht.
Dranbleiben, yeah, it is. Lehatmid. So here in Hebrew we have this wonderful verb. If we have it already, lehatmid. בואו נחשוב, let's think. עם מה טוב להתמיד? What's good? What are the good things to stick to? עם מה טוב להתמיד?
זה לא widerstehen?
רach Elohim.
להתמיד.
Rach Elohim.
Widerstehen?
No, I don't think so.
Zu viel Widerstand.
Widerstand is like
Widerstand.
resist, no?
Ja. Nein, es ist eher positiv, es ist dranbleiben. Es ist weitermachen, am Leben erhalten.
Adonai
Ich habe
Elohim.
jetzt im Google-Übersetzer nachgeschaut, es gab mehr Widerstehen. Wahrscheinlich falsche Übersetzung.
Ja.
Yeah, must be something wrong. Yeah, it's not. Wait, I just Anna needs the link. I just sent the link. Yeah. No,
dranbleiben.
dranbleiben is this is it as far as I can understand.
Okay.
So, מה, אז להתמיד, עם מה טוב להתמיד? למשל, טוב להתמיד
לעשות ספורט.
יופי, לעשות ספורט, כן. כן, הוא מתמיד לעשות ספורט. הוא עושה ספורט היום ומחר ובשבוע הבא ובשנה הבאה. טוב להתמיד. ומה אנחנו עושים פה?
Rach Elohim.
הולכים?
Rach Elohim. Elohim. Adonai Elohim.
ומה הוא? הוא מתמיד?
To stick with?
No, that interesting. Yeah, in English it works, in Hebrew it doesn't, because this is about the performer, the doer, להתמיד, to keep doing some action. You can't say it about belief. It won't work.
מתפלל. התפלל.
כן, להתמיד עם תפילות, להתמיד עם להתפלל, כן, כן. התלמיד המתמיד בישיבות, yes, בישיבות, in Jewish ישיבות, then those who persist on learning and come every day and learn every day, הוא מתמיד, המתמיד, that's how we call them, that's right, this is right. Interesting, it's not about like, very interesting to brought up this point, because it's not stick to like being close to something, it is what you do, it's on your side, אז להתמיד להתפלל כל יום, כן. אז כמובן, אני חושבת על להתמיד בלימודים, אוקיי? כי אנחנו לומדים עברית. בשביל להצליח, in order to succeed, צריך להתמיד. We have to like stick to it. צריך לעשות דברים אתמול והיום ומחר. That's the meaning of להתמיד. אבל פה אנחנו מדברים על אהבה. Which means to persist, to stick to it. To stick to what? To stick like to, I think this is a song. I think it means like to stick to loving yourself and everyone all the time. Yeah? Not stop. Okay, בואו נמשיך. מי רוצה להמשיך? Who wants to continue reading? Yeah, גבריאל.
יום אחד בלבד להריץ אהבה על כולם, להריץ על העולם ועל עצמך.
יפה. I'll straight away translate this להרעיף. It's not a common verb. You don't have to know it. להרעיף is to bestow, to give away, to give as a present something, a lot of something. This is להרעיף. Okay? You don't have to know it. In songs, some words are a bit more difficult than others.
Poetic.
But the rest is quite is understandable. יום אחד בלבד.
One day alone.
One day alone, or what you can also say instead of alone, another word.
Lonely.
Levad is lonely. Here, very interesting. Levad is lonely, and bilvad is, you can translate as alone or only. Yom echad bilvad. You can also say, it's כמו, what's the other word in Hebrew that means the same? Only.
רק.
יפה, רק. It's a synonym, it's the same. רק and bilvad mean exactly the same. יום אחד בלבד, but you see, bilvad is used here at the end. If you want to say the same phrase but with the word rak, how would you say it? Where would you put rak?
רק יום אחד?
מצוין. רק יום אחד. רק is in the beginning. רק יום אחד. And בלבד goes at the end, and it's a bit more formal. A bit, not too much. יום אחד בלבד. Think, like in English, the soul something. Yeah, the soul, my soul question is, the only question, the soul. It can be the soul question, or can it? Like this difference. יום אחד בלבד, one day only. להרעיף, like to give away, to bestow אהבה על כולם.
אליסה, סליחה,
Yep.
סליחה. גוגל טרנסלייטר מתרגם כמו shower.
Shower, yeah, just to give, yeah, להרעיף, but here in the sense of like give a lot, and shower is also like it's a lot, a pile is like falls on you. This is you take a lot and you kind of throw it at people. להרעיף אהבה. Shower love, yeah, it's the best. להרעיף. Thank you. להרעיף אהבה על כולם. Shower love on everyone. That's very good translation. להרעיף על העולם. עולם is...
Shower over the world.
Yeah. ועל עצמך.
On yourself.
And on yourself. Yes, the message is love yourself. And we will read this one, and then I have a question in the comic. But now, and the last 3 lines, I need a volunteer. Who is ready to read the last 3 lines? Someone who hasn't read yet? Michael, maybe you are getting ready?
זה אומר ללכת ברחוב ולחייך, לחלק מילות אהבה ללא הרף.
ללא הרף, I'll just tell you, it's non-stop. In a bit more literary language, non-stop in an everyday would be, how do you say, a pause, a stop.
הפסקה?
הפסקה, yes. And how do you say without a stop? Without?
בלי הפסקה. בלי הפסקה.
בלי הפסקה. בלי הפסקה is without a stop. ללא הרף is בלי הפסקה in normal language. אז זה אומר, here we have this expression again. What does it mean? זה אומר...
This means...
It means...
This means, what does it mean? What does it mean? My name is no name. Like, what is it? זה אומר...
It's the eternal conversation.
זה אומר, ללכת ברחוב ולחייך. מיכאל, do you know לחייך?
Just like to go into the street, to go in the street. לחייך, אני לא...
לחייך. I'll give you a hint. Now I'm not doing it. Now I'm doing it. לחייך is to... Who knows?
Laugh or smile.
Smile. לחייך is to smile. זה אומר ללכת ברחוב. It means walking at the street, going at the street. ולחייך and smile. Walk across the street. Walk along the street and smile. English speakers, how do you say it normally? ללכת ברחוב. We don't... Go along the street?
To go by the streets?
What do you do? מה, אין מילה בשביל ללכת ברחוב? The simple expression of ללכת ברחוב, which you all understand. How do you say it in English?
The literal, like, yeah, to go on the street, to go by the streets.
Street?
To walk in the street.
Walk in the street? So you do say in the street?
Walk in the street.
Walk in the street.
Yeah, you can say that.
Or to go into the street, or
Walk
I mean,
in the street, go in the street.
It's like the person who puts themselves in the middle of the action, where everyone can see.
Yeah, okay. So walk in the street with לחייך and to smile. Oh, I hope you don't hear it. Sometimes they have this. It's a false alarm outside. Someone is probably like smoking on, yeah, out, yeah, on the steps of the building there, and then it turns on the smoke alarm. Do you hear it?
Yes.
Definitely. And this is not something I can
נשמע כמו ציפור.
אין לי מה לעשות. It may... וואו. אני מצטערת. אולי, אם אני אקח אוזניות, maybe if I take earphones, the mic on the earphones will cancel this noise. While I'll take the earphones, but in the meanwhile, you think about the word lechalek and the root of the word lechalek. And I'm back.
חלק.
חלק, כן.
Sorry.
Words of love. Shout?
Like it's part.
1 second, let's see if it will be any better. One, two, three, four. Any better?
Oh,
1, 2, 3,
just
4. Can you hear me?
To divide is split.
loving birds.
No.
To divide. You can't hear me? Now you can't hear me at all, right?
שומעים.
שומעים אותי?
כן.
שומעים את האזעקה?
כן, גם.
אז זה לא עבד.
אל תדאגי.
אוקיי, אז אנחנו נצטרך לסבול. We will have to... לסבול? Do you know לסבול?
Yeah, to suffer it,
To suffer, yes. לסבול is to suffer. נצטרך לסבול, we will need to suffer. I really... לסבול. It doesn't happen often. To suffer. לסבול, to suffer. Okay, לחלק מילות אהבה. So, לחלק was, you said, to share, right? Did I hear? Yeah. So, and what's milot
spread,
ahava?
maybe?
Spread. Here in exactly here, the sense of lechalek in this context is to spread. The root is like the word. If we cover the lamed here in the beginning, you will see the letters chet lamed kuf, and that's what's the noun of chet lamed kuf?
חלק.
Chelek. And what's chelek?
Part.
Part. And the chelek is cut.
Separate.
Yeah, it's like cut
To
pieces.
divide.
Chelek is part. Yes, yeah. Chelek is like, if chelek is part or piece, so this is to cut in parts or in pieces. What's the logic? How does it turn into share? You take one, you take one.
If you divide up things, you can spread to more people.
Exactly. This is the logic. So lechalek is not only to cut; it's also to cut and give. Lechalek. That's the story. Okay, lechalek, and what are we sharing? What are we giving away? Milot ahava.
Words
Loving
of love.
birds.
Words of love. Yes, and here interesting. It's a smichut. I know it's a smichut. Do you know how I know it's a smichut? Because normally, in everyday speech, we say milah, and the plural is milim. So what's happening here? We here see, and it's like an exception, because milah, it's feminine. We would expect this ot ending, but no, we don't use it. But here we do, because it's a poem. Because it is smichut, these two words are very often used together, and they were used together for a long time. So it's stuck in its original plural, with its original plural ending. It has not always been an exception. It turned into an exception with years. I don't know when. So, but this here, it is in its normal original form. But again, like I mentioned before, with this, remember, ein brera, when we talked about ein brera, I have no choice. You use the word choice as brera only in this expression. Expressions can allow weird words. And here as well, milot, you say milot only when you add something, when it works in smichut, then it's yes. Then you say milot. Normally it is milim. מילות אהבה, מילות כעס, מילות הסכמה, whatever you want to add you can, but unless, if it's not סמיכות, it's me. לחלק מילות אהבה ללא הרף, which means בלי הפסקה. עכשיו, שאלה, a question. מתי בפעם האחרונה אתם אמרתם משהו טוב למישהו ברחוב, מישהו שאתם לא מכירים? אוקיי? מתי בפעם האחרונה, when last time, when did it ever happen, שאמרתם משהו טוב, then you said something good, something heartwarming, משהו שמחמם את הלב למישהו ברחוב, to someone at street, למישהו שאתם לא מכירים, someone you don't know.
פה בעיר שלי, לא אומרים כלום ברחוב למישהו שלא מכירים.
ואם כן, מה חושבים? אם את כן אומרת משהו טוב, מה חושבים עלייך? What would they think about you? מה חושבים עלייך? מה חושבים? What would they think? אני חושבת שאת קוקו. עוד מישהו? זה לא קרה?
אני חושבת שכולם שמחים אם מישהו אומר משהו טוב.
איפה את? באמריקה, כן?
אני?
כן.
לא, אני בגרמניה.
אנשים טובים בגרמניה.
ואיפה לא אומרים דברים טובים?
הם עושים דברים לא טובים, דברים.
אני בדרך כלל לא אכפת לי, I don't care. אם אני רוצה להגיד משהו טוב, אם יש לי משהו טוב להגיד, if I have something good to say, אני אגיד, I will say.
את יהודיה? את יהודית? יהודיה?
ברור, of course.
כן. את יודעת מה קרה במלחמה? את יודעת? כן.
כן, אני חושבת שכן, אני לא יודעת איך זה קשור. I don't know how it's connected, though. But we're talking now about saying good things to someone at the street, and even if we don't know him or her. And upon that topic, if you have nothing, unless you have anything to add, unless you thought about something, something, anytime that it happened to you.
To me? All my family was destroyed in Auschwitz.
Yeah, but it's not about saying good things to strangers at the street. Now, I have a comic for you, and it doesn't start as if something good is said, but you'll see how it's connected in a second. The comic of Nadav, whose comics I like very much, and we will go to Instagram to see the full comic strip in a second. Here we go. Okay. Maybe I'll make it. Yeah, this way you will be able to see it. Yes, I will be able to see you. It always doesn't work from the first time. So, who wants to, I need someone for the first picture to read for the boy and someone to read for the girl.
קטן מדי. אותיות לא רואים אותיות. קטן מדי.
זה המקסימום פחות או יותר.
בסדר.
בסדר? אוקיי, אז מי רוצה לקרוא את האיש הכחול? מי רוצה לקרוא הוא רוצה להיות הילדה. Maybe, let's,
אני
okay.
יכולה, אבל אני יכולה לקרוא, אבל עדיין...
Okay, you will read the girl and one of our boys will read for the boys.
אני אנסה.
יופי, תודה. יופי, ג'ושו, אז תתחיל, וגבריאל תמשיך.
תדעי לך שזה היה ממש לא סבבה מצדך מה שעשית.
In general, you got the general meaning. So what's the general meaning of what is he saying?
No, I don't
Just
really
before
understand.
translating, just you got it. Well, you look at his face and you see he is what? He is
Know that you should have done something, or you should do something. You really should have done something.
or something done, something lo sababa. Okay? Now we can see the details. Tid'ilach, it comes from ladat in imperative. Tid'ilach, it's like you should know, but it's like don't say it this way in English. Oh, German. It's like wisst du? This is more or less that. But it's even more than that. It's a
Should know that this was really not.
yeah. שזה היה ממש לא סבבה. It really wasn't okay. מצידך, it's on your side. You should know that was not okay. On your side. מה שעשית. What you did. What you did. אוקיי, גבריאל, מוכנה?
אני? אני לא.
A rule of thumb, if you start suspecting that it's not a noun but it's a verb, like maybe you suspect it's a verb, then it's not ha, it's he. Usually when it's a verb is he. So hitnahagta. התנהגת.
אוקיי, אתה התנהגת ממש מוזר, וכל הזמן
אוקיי, רק, she didn't finish the sentence. שזה אני, אתה התנהגת, this התנהגת, this is the verb להתנהג. Anyone has any guesses what it can be?
You behaved.
Right.
You conducted yourself.
Okay, very well. Yes, absolutely. אתה התנהגת, now Gabriel, back to you, ממש מוזר.
Really weird.
Really weird. וכל הזמן רק...
And כל הזמן. All the time, only?
Yes, only. We won't know what only. We don't know that. Here is so they are angry at each other. Next slide. What do we say? What are they saying?
Kelef.
Say it again. Kelef. באמצע השיחה, in the middle of conversation, באמצע הריב, in the middle of quarrel, באמצע הריב, כלב. So, who wants to read for the boy? Anyone for the girl?
אני רוצה?
מצוין, אז so we need a boy.
אני.
יופי, מיכאל, קדימה.
מכלב חמוד. מכלב מושלם.
ייי, מי כלב חמוד? מי כלב מושלם? No, חמוד, everyone knows, right? חמוד?
כן, חמוד, כן.
חמוד is... Who can tell us?
Nice.
cute, חמוד, מי כלב חמוד? מי כלב מושלם?
זוס.
מושלם.
Perfect.
Perfect, right. כלב מושלם. Who's the cute dog? Who is the perfect dog? תודה רבה מיכאל. And I have to do something because right now I have two Michaels. And probably when I say Michael, you both jump. Right? I need to find a solution somehow. Yeah. If you had a nickname in school or something that you want to come back to, let me know, okay?
Really, Mike.
Mike, okay. This is Mike and Michael.
And Mike.
Got it. Mike. Good. And even if I say, because I just saw that that's better. That's a good thing. Because I started thinking, they will be Michael עם משקפיים ומיכאל במשקפיים. It's not a good idea. So, מיכאל and Mike. אוקיי. תודה רבה, מייק. והבחורה?
מי? נכון. אתה כלב מושלם.
And what's a כלב מושלם means?
כן. You are a perfect dog.
אוקיי. כן, נכון, אתה כלב מושלם. אוקיי. What were we saying? Let's say together. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, bye, Caleb. Okay, ומה יהיה לנו? So this, you can see why I thought about it, כי דיברנו על להגיד משהו נחמד למישהו ברחוב. אז בטח שאתם יכולים להיות נחמדים לכלבים ברחוב לפחות, נכון? אני תמיד מחייכת לכלבים ברחוב.
כן.
Dogs would not think anything, הם לא יחשבו שום דבר, dogs would not be offended, it's always nice. And, yeah, the owners maybe, but when the owners don't see, and הנה הם עומדים, what are they doing? What are they doing? הם מחייך, he is smiling, and she is מחייכת. And together, what are they doing?
מחייכים.
מחייכים, כן. אוקיי, והם חוזרים לשיחה שלהם, and they're back to their conversation. Well, do we want to read the rest? Yeah, maybe we do want to read the rest of the quarrel. Maybe Michael, who is Michael and not Mike, but Michael, do you want to read?
סופר לא סבבה מה שעשית וגם מה שהיה שבוע שעבר.
And this word actually is, it's an international. It's super לא סבבה. Super is like it's super not okay.
סופר.
סופר, כן, נכון. מילים אינטרנציונליות, מילים לועזיות, foreign words, בעברית קשה לזהות, are difficult to identify. אני יודעת, האלוף, like the champion is maybe, let's see if you can get that one. I remember, I don't know, for some reason many have trouble with recognizing the word radio. What's that?
Radio.
Maybe by hearing it's easier. By writing, no. By hearing, I had a student who couldn't, I was saying,
I think the worst was Dave Sitter. Dave Sitter was the worst for me.
What? Babysitter.
Yeah. The first time I saw it written, it was like, what is that? I thought it was a name of someone, I don't know, because of the context.
זה בסדר, זה ככה זה. פעם ראשונה, הרושם הראשון הוא שוק, אוקיי? פעם ראשונה זה שוק, אחר כך זה בסדר, כן. הייתה לי תלמידה צעירה, I had a young student, ורציתי לספר משהו מעניין, something interesting, and I started talking about, it's someone's name. Dracula, okay? לקח לה הרבה זמן. It took her a while to identify that Dracula is Dracula. So it's totally okay. Super. So super is super, and it's also a place. What kind of?
Supermarket.
כן, סופרמרקט. No one is saying supermarket, it's too long. כולם אומרים סופר. תראו, חנות, סופר, and we also have a small store. Do you know how it is called?
חנות?
יש חנות קטנה יותר, סופר גדול יותר, סופר, חנות, ואפילו משהו יותר קטן.
כלבו?
כלבו, כלבו, so we have four, right. כלבו and מכולת. מכולת זה בדרך כלל ליד הבית, יש חנות קטנה, ויש שם הכל, אבל הכל, זה מכולת. Maybe probably because there is הכל, מכולת. And okay, a super, again, here it's super. Super לא סבבה, מה שעשית. Super not okay, what you did. If I cover it for a second, how do you say, I don't remember what I did.
לא זוכרת מה עשית.
About yourself, לא זוכרת מה עשיתי. And someone will answer you and will say, what you did was not okay.
מה אתה עשית?
מה שאת עשית.
מה
שלא היה בסדר.
מה שעשית לא היה בסדר, לא סבבה. Are you noticing this ש? When you said, אני לא זוכרת מה עשיתי. Here I never corrected you. I don't remember what I did. It was correct, but what you did was not okay. Here you have to add the ש. Why?
מה אתה עשית?
It depends. It depends on the מה אתה עשית. If there's a question mark at the end, it's correct. מה עשית? And we don't even have to say אתה. It's there inside the verb. מה עשית? מה עשית אתמול? What did you do yesterday? מה עשית עם הכסף? What did you do with the money? Wait, no, I wanted to move and I stopped sharing. I wanted to open the...
אני קניתי דברים בקניון.
יופי, כן, קניתי דברים בקניון. רגע, אני רוצה לכתוב את זה. מה עשית אתמול? קניתי דברים בקניון, טיילתי עם הכלב שלי, and then if someone wants to say, like the guy in the comics, he say, מה שעשית לא היה בסדר. לא היה בסדר. Why is this ש here?
So
what is it doing?
It's a subordinate clause. It's like, it turns it into a descriptor. So, like, what did you do yesterday, and whatever that you did. What that you.
The thing you did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the thing you did. What that you did.
What that you did.
Literally, what that you did. Yes, but it doesn't make sense
in
English.
was not okay.
So, if you think, I wish you all to reach this moment as soon as possible. You will stop thinking in English. You will jump straight away into English. But if it didn't happen yet, then each time when you can in English say the thing that, and then you need sh. The thing that would be mashe, actually. Mashe. So, for example, what I want to say is, how would you say that in Hebrew? what I want to say is.
Recording stopped.
מה שרוצה לראות?
מה שאני רוצה לראות. In present you
מה
have to...
שאני רוצה לראות?
מה שאני רוצה לראות זה, and then you continue. If you ask a question, מה אני רוצה לראות? What do I want to see? I don't need the ש. But מה שאני רוצה לראות זה, and again, מה אתה רוצה להגיד? How do you answer this question?
להגיד.
To say.
מה שאני רוצה להגיד זה...
Excellent.
זה טוב מאוד.
זה טוב מאוד, כן. בדיוק. So be very careful with this because it's not like okay mistake. It really sounds, it breaks the meaning. It's just because what? It makes bzzz for the native speakers. Like, what do you want to say? Because if you don't use she, it's maybe perceived as a question or a quoted question. If you don't have it, then yeah. And thank you, Michael, very much for the explanation. You are a linguist, Michael, are you?
מה?
You are a linguist. אתה בלשן.
לא.
It's a noun clause.
Noun clause.
It's a noun clause.
It's from, if you learn, from a textbook in, formal terms, then you seem like a linguist, which my problem is, referring to tables in my head and trying to calculate rather than actually speak. Speaking is different than reading.
נכון. כן, אבל הבלנס. You know how to say in Hebrew balance? There is a Hebrew word. There's balance. Balance is like in English. And the Hebrew word, do you know?
No.
Oh, that's a good, okay, share screen again. One of the words I really love because it is, while I'm opening the shape for writing, you think, like, biologically, physiologically, what's the organ in our body which is responsible for keeping balance?
Oh.
What's that in Hebrew? Ozen, oznaim, right? So that's ear, and balance is, surprise, izun, people. Izun.
Oh.
Balance. And of course you can say balance. It is an accepted word. But izun, yeah?
תודה.
אז איזון בהכל, וכן, אני כן חושבת שחשוב לדעת דקדוק. It's important to know grammar. אנחנו מבוגרים, we are grown-ups, זה עוזר, it helps. אבל צריך איזון, but one needs balance. בשביל לשמור על איזון, to maintain the balance, צריך יותר input, צריך לקרוא, להקשיב. But absolutely must listen, להקשיב חייבים. With Hebrew, people, I can't say it enough, listen, pay attention to the vowels, because like it's so often I hear like a baby, tinok, I hear u instead of o because people see the vav and interpreted it as u or arbitrary. Just very careful, or read with vowels or listen or both. Yeah, so where am I? Izun, balance, about, yeah. But it is very helpful to understand grammar because it gives us the speed. It's a point of reference. I can say
it's
a
helpful
noun and you know what I
sometimes.
mean. Yeah.
כן.
Yeah. אבל אתה צודק, זה יכול להפריע, it can interfere עם דיבור with speaking. So.
כן.
אוקיי, אבל הקבוצה השנייה עוד לא פה. The other group is not yet here. What do I do have the leftover part of the poem, but shall we read we can either read a piece of poem and wait for other groups to come back to say goodbye, or we can wrap it up. Who is for sticking for 5 more minutes and reading some more of the poem? Yeah. Okay, then we will. Okay, and then we will read a small. I will skip one part and And we will jump into this part of the poem. Is it there? לא. And wait, I want to go to the end. Okay, here, let's do this. Let's do this. So this is like at the day when you love everyone and you love yourself. ביום הזה, and here's a verb which is not very necessary. תפזרי, לפזר is again something to spread. We had a better verb for that. לחלק, to share, to give away. So let's stick with that. תפזרי, and from here, there, from this word you can keep reading. What is this? Just one line, someone? Who is brave enough?
אהבה באוויר.
אהבה באוויר. What's אוויר?
Love is in the air.
Yeah, love in the air, exactly. תפזרי אהבה באוויר, you will spread love in the air.
Valentine Day today.
בדיוק, לכן אנחנו מדברים על אהבה. So you'll spread love in the air. את עשויה ליהנות, with the difficult ones, I'll just read it. You are about to enjoy, like you will enjoy, ליהנות מזה עד הגג. You will enjoy it עד הגג. What's this expression?
Up to the roof.
Yes. ומה זה אומר? What does it mean?
גג. זה גג.
זה כמו גמור?
roof.
גג. רוף.
זה כמו גמור?
A lot. עד הגג means a lot. You can also say I have like a lot, tons of, heaps of work. How do you say that?
יש לי עבודה הגג.
בדיוק, יש לי עבודה עד הגג, like up to the ceiling. Like imagine piles of boxes, they pile up, reach the ceiling. עד הגג. Or you could say, אני שמחה, I'm happy. עד הגג. So we have the happiness, it was piling up, reaching the ceiling. עד הגג. הן לא כל יום. הן is literally like thus. Like you don't have to know that. הן לא כל יום, not every day. נקרא אל דרכך. It's a bit literary here. It's not reading, it happens to you. It's in the sense of לקרוא למישהו, to call for something, and like this is נקרא אל דרכך יום חג. Holiday. It's not every day you have a holiday. יום חג האהבה. A love holiday. Yeah, לא כל יום חג אהבה. Which is a nice way to, as I thought, end the lesson. I don't see other people coming back, so I think, אני חושבת שנגיד להתראות.
ותודה רבה.
בקבוצה הקטנה. להתראות ותודה רבה לכולם, שלכולם יהיה יום ולנטיין שמח, ונתראה בשבוע הבא. תודה שבאתם. Thank you for coming. תודה שהשתתפתם.
תודה רבה, להתראות.
להתראות.